Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zu letzter Part Let's Play Fake und Order. Ich bin es eurem Zimmer Fix. Beim letzten Mal sind wir hier in Heiyan-kyo gewesen in der Nacht und wurden von den Onis attackiert. Diese haben hier einen Angriff auf Kyoto gestartet und wir konnten diese glücklicherweise zurückschlagen. Denn keiner mag eine amoklaufende Ibaraki-Doji und Shooten-Doji. Also Shooten-Doji mögen wir, aber nicht, wenn sie Amok laufen. Zumindest ist es jetzt so, dass die irgendwas hier planen. Shooten, haben wir auch erfahren, ist ein Master hier mit dem Servant Paracelsus. Und die goldene Frage ist natürlich, was wir gegen diese unternehmen werden. Und da Shooten auch irgendwas Düsteres plant, müssen wir doppelt vorsichtig sein. Welcome back. Oh, is your other companion not with me? With you? Dann so, she had something to take care of first. I probably shouldn't say she's out on a scouting mission. I'll just make her worry. Gotta say though, Netherworld experts people are pretty amazing. Don't worry, it's nothing major. She'll be back soon enough. I see. Then I hope to see her safe return shortly. Oh, I know the sun's out and all, but I wouldn't recommend leaving the house just yet. There still might be a Oni out there. Oh, come to think of it, this house is about a field of its own, right? Of course it has been a place since Lord Tametoki lived here, and it has never once been breached. Well, that's good to hear. So where's Karako? Is she in the back? Oh no, actually. She said she didn't want to make Lady Sushi worry, so she set foot off her palace first thing in the morning. Yeah, talk about being responsible. Then again, don't surprise me at all that Lady Fujiwara no Karako would be such a faithful retainer. Ich mag immer diesen Blick, wenn er so ein bisschen halt so abschwebt. By the way, Karako did take the carriage, right? Oh yes, of course. Good. This talisman's Lord Semi put on ought to make a solid illusion. And it'll be fun once she makes it to the palace, since it's got some seriously tough bounded fields. Doubt even that castle can break through them. Alright then. In the meantime, I guess we just wait for Dante's report. She said she'd check it on the palace from a distance too, so she might even see Karako while she's there. I agree. We should wait for Danzo to get back. Alright, if you excuse me, I go prepare your breakfast at once. Sounds great, thanks. Yeah. Man, I never imagined I'd only be one of the masters. Guess that kinda makes sense. She's really strong and Karako got chosen as well for a whole different kind of strength. Still, an Oni of all things. And Shuten at that. I take it you and Shuten Doji already knew each other. Yeah, we go back a ways much as I wish we didn't. Shuten Doji and Ibaraki Doji are both crazy dangerous even for an Oni. They're ridiculously strong, ridiculously tough, and they know how to use sorcery of a kind. They even got an Oni castle of sorts up in Mount Oe, where they keep their underlings in addition to Turkama. And they've also got Hoshikoma, Kanekuma, and Kuma Doji. Oni used to be only solitary creatures, but those two have gathering them up in the castle. Right now, you can still count the numbers on both hands, but eventually they could have a full-blown Oni army. Long story short, Shuten Doji and Ibaraki Doji are a whole different level from your typical Oni. Even Lord Abenosemi said they're the greatest threat Kyoto's ever seen. But the weird thing is, I haven't heard a word about them technically eating people. And not just tonight either, all the time. I don't know about Ibaraki, but Shuten's definitely just playing around. I know for a fact she used to eat people, but nowadays she just doesn't. It's all a game to her, killing, stealing, touching, everything. So Shuten Doji is avoiding killing people on purpose? For now anyway, which means she must be holding back a hell of a lot. Hell, when I fought her about half a year ago, she cut my left arm to shreds and almost tore it right off, and that was still just her playing around. Luckily Lord Semi managed to put me back together. Basically, as far as she's concerned, all living things, human beings or whatever, are just toys for her to play with. She's that freaking strong. It's no wonder Lord Semi says she's the leader of all the Oni, and the closest one there is to an Oni from the kingdom of demons. There's more stories I've heard about her too. They say that back when she was alive on the mountain in some other country, she'd go around killing people left and right, devouring them a whole, and line up their heads and on their parts for all kinds of messed up games. And there's no telling when she might start doing the same thing Heiyan-kyo. Na, und Leute, stell dich mal vor, die gewinnt dann Gral. Kintoki? You know, since I'm supposed to be a Genji warrior, maybe I should have let up until I had cut both their heads off. But something about that just doesn't seem right to me. I've fought shooting lots of time by now, and Iwaraki's right. I just can't bring myself to really go for their heads. It's just like, what would happen if I cut off the heads now? Something about that doesn't feel right to me. If I cut the head of an Oni who might have talked a good game, but hasn't actually eaten anyone, would I really be proud of what I did when I dig into breakfast the next day? No, I couldn't. Oh, this might be a good way to put in. It wouldn't be golden. Huh? What is it, Maxi? Why are you looking so down? I'm just thinking here, so there's no need for you to look so sad, right? I just feel like I really know what you meant. I see. So I get it, huh? Alright, enough of that. First we have a breakfast, then we take a nice long nap while we wait for Lady Danzo to get back. Besides, it's a really bad idea to fight when it ain't getting enough sleep. Genau, erstmal schlafen, auf bessere Zeiten hoffen. I've returned. Welcome back, Danzo. Forgive me for taking so long. I was out tracking the Oni. It was more difficult than expected. A shooting group came and went at a moment's notice. They would appear somewhere in the city, seemingly at random, room for a bit. Then disappear again after trashing a group of officers or Genji warriors out on patrol. Huh? I can understand showing up at different places at random, since it sounded like that's what that spell of theirs did. Hell, they cast the bastard said as much right before they disappeared. But you said they didn't stick around long before disappearing again with that spell of theirs over and over. Correct. Why in the world would they do that? If there was something they wanted or somewhere they wanted to go, they'd usually head straight there. Are they just playing around? There's one other item of note. Genji warriors have been stationed at various posts throughout the city on orders from the main Genji house. But there were no signs of any unusual activity at the palace. Speaking of which, also saw Lady Koroka arrive safely at the palace in a carriage. Fortunately, she did not encounter the Oni on her way there. So Lady Koroka's safe, that's great. But no unusual activity at the palace, huh? Maybe they already know Shutna was behind last night's attack and that she's one of the Imperial warriors. And decided they didn't need to do anything. That does sound like something the Minister of the Left would do. Even so, that still leaves the question of what it is the Oni are after. Could you tell us exactly where it was they shot up Danzo? Of course. After we fought them, they first appeared at the intersection of Higigashi-Kyoko Road and Haichi Street. They next appeared at the intersection of Nishintorin Road and Rokuji Street, then Sei Road and Goji Street. They shot up on the west side of Tsuchimokado Road. And finally, at the intersection of Yomiuri Road and Goji Street. Let's see, where's some paper. I can borrow a brush and an inkstone. Okay, let's do this. At the intersection of Hikigashi Kyoko and Haichi Nishinto and Rokuji and Saingoju. Then on the west side of Tsuchikamido and the intersection of Omiya and Goji. Oh, and we fought them at an intersection of Omiya Road and Sanjo Street. Do you know which direction they were headed in each area? I do. They headed northwest at the intersection of Hikigashi, Kyoko and Haichi, northwest at Nishinto and Raikucho. Ja, Leute, Mann. Keine Ahnung, was du da mir sagen willst, Mann. Northeast and Saigojo, northeast at Omiya and Goji. Du sprichst, ich wollte ja sagen, das wird irgendwie Spanisch mit mir sprechen, aber sie spricht Japanisch mit mir und das verstehe ich auch nicht besser. East on the west side of Tsuchikomi Road and northeast of Omiya and Sanjo. Ich verstehe, dass Kentoki das irgendwie eingrenzen will, aber es hilft mir nicht. I'm so sorry, Master. Look, Kentoki, I should have realized it sooner. Since I already had the map of Heiyan-kyo on the file on my database, I can only assume that my circuits were malfunctioning. Please take a look at this. If we draw lines along the paths they only took from every location they visited, and we know to where they intersect, all lines meet in a single location. Ah, so that's what they're after. I believe so. Perhaps the reason they disappeared whenever they encountered resistance was not to draw attention away from their destination, but to prevent warriors from gathering in other locations while they were fighting. Then they're definitely just playing around. If only King Sasat, no regular Genji could have given shooting a fight when she's serious. Still thinks they're playing, we know exactly where they headed. The place where those lines cross. So let's see where it is. It appears to be in Eastern Kyo, around the Ogimachi's district. Gotcha. So that's the game, huh? Oh, da werden ganz sicher die Genji sein, also Raiko. Does somebody lift her or something? Yeah, you could say that. There's a house near that belongs to someone pretty much everyone in Kyo knows about. Raiko. It's not far from here. We could walk there in a few minutes. Look, Kentoki? Could you please tell us who this person is? Abe no Semi. Oh, okay. The strongest emoji of the Hamper. Why am I not surprised? You know. Okay, good. Abe no Semi, the strongest and most famous emoji of the Heian period. I even heard his name spoken in reverent tones during the Age of War, some hundreds of years later. I don't believe any emoji has ever surpassed him. And looks like the destination is right around the south. Come on, let's get going. Ich dachte ehrlich gesagt, sie gehen jetzt zu Raiko und er hat einfach Angst, dass er hier Raiko wiedersehen muss. Aber hätte auch Sinn gemacht, weil sie am Anfang des Kapitels getroffen haben. Aber okay, wandern wir weiter und dann gehen wir zum finalen Abschnitt des Kapitels schon über. The Abe family house in this neighborhood. Which also means Miyamoto no Raikos house is near to. Also doch! Well, there you have it. Ich wusste doch, dass er vor Abendsemi keine Angst hat, nur vor Raiko. No, Kentoki. I'm sorry, I know what I said earlier, but I was lying. Well, maybe not lying, but it wasn't exactly the truth. So that's Simi's house over there and Raiko's house over there. Is that what this is about? Yep, you got it. Abe no Semi's and Miyamoto no Raiko's house are actually in the same neighborhood. I finally finished loading Heian-kyo's historical geographical records, and look, Kentoki is right. The Abe family house and the Lady Raiko's house are in the same neighborhood. Come to think of it, I may have heard that somewhere. Ich nicht, aber okay. Ich behaupt's einfach mal. Impressive, Master. You must be here. Ich stimme einfach zu. Ich sag, genauso ist es, meine Freunde. Unfortunately, Lord Seb is not at home right now. There's not anyone here right now, since he supposedly sent all his servants out on to leave too. And since I'm guessing they only aren't gonna be too interested in an empty house, they're probably gonna come for this one. We should talk to Raiko first in case she's a master too. Agreed. We should try to convince her that the Imperial Holy Railroad should be stopped before Shuten-doji arrives. Alternatively, we may be able to convince her to persuade the Genji to dissolve it, Lord Kentoki. Yes. Yes? Er ist geflohen und die Mami wird darüber sicher nicht glücklich sein. Come on, buddy. Move, damn it. Just knock on the gate. That's all you're gonna do. So I want you to move. What am I saying? Cause I'm nervous, that's why. Oh, this is pathetic no matter how old I get. I still can't help but act like a kid around Raikou. Come on, Kindoki. Get it together. There's an emergency. Even if Raik is a master. Kleine creepy Dobermann-Mädchen. Oh, hello, welcome home. The hell? Where did the kid from? I swear she wasn't there a moment ago. That's because she came from Lady Raikou's house. She's just opened the gate a bit and walked right out. Are you done running away from home now? Oh good, that's wonderful news. But why are you still just standing there? Come inside, Kintoki. Mother will be so happy to see you. Do you know her? Nope, never seen her in my life. If she's not one of the other Genji Warriors kids, maybe she's... Hey Danzo, this kid ain't actually a caster, is she? I don't think so. I do not detect any heroic spirit readings from her. So I don't sense anything unusual then? I cannot detect any magic energy from her. Why? Is there something strange about this child? Nah, if you don't sense anything unusual about her, that's fine. What are you doing, Kintoki? Come on this way. Creepy Mädchen. Hey, don't tuck on me, although... If I've gotta go into the house anyway, I'll forget it. Whatever happens, happens. Come on, Maxi. Come on, Danzo. Jetzt kommt die Mami und jetzt wird's blutig. Jetzt kriegt der Ärger. This way, Kintoki. Go on, Master. Go on. Mother's waiting for you. Hey, no running in the house. Raiki doesn't like that. There's just something about children that makes a house seem like a home. This house is actually a fortress, but with a child running around, it's easy to forget about all the belts lining its walls. That being said, I also noticed there were a few warriors in full armor stationed behind the gates, and other light armor stationed in every room. It would seem that they are prepared for a battle to break out at any time. Perhaps even a siege. Do you think it's all for the Imperial Holy Grail? I can't believe how heavily the house is being defended. Only a few days after Raikou started holding up. She might as well be shouting from the streets that she's one of the masters. And if she is, then this kid's gotta be. Hey Gali, how long have you been staying here? Huh? Where'd she go? She walked off to the room in the back, where you were apparently lost in thought. Again? Oh man, I must still be off my game. I keep getting nervous in here, damn it. I just gotta get used to this place already. Ara. Oh, jetzt gibt's Ärger. Do you mean you still don't feel at home here, Kintoki? Raikou. No, it's not that. I just meant that I didn't want to do anything rude, that's all. If it sounded like I was saying something else, I apologize. That's quite alright. It's Raikou. But she's so cold. It's like the air itself is frozen over. Aura's truly frigid. It may be different from a swordfighter aura or bloodlust, but it has frozen me in a place all the same. And if it is affecting a puppet like me this much, it must be even worse for you, Master. Please steady your breathing and try to remain conscious. Firstly, welcome home, Kintoki. I'm glad to see you safe and sound. That's the most important thing. We will discuss your punishment for your unauthorized execution later. Punishment? But Raikou, Kintoki! Yes, ma'am. Now these people you've brought with you. Who are they? Her gaze is like eyes. Indeed it is. I see almost nothing of maternal figure we know. I've no doubt that so much as one wrong word from us will see our cuts to pieces on the spot. Please be extremely cautious, Master. Mommy? Answer me, Kintoki. Who are these people? If you refuse to answer, I will decide what to do with them here and now. Is that what you want, Kintoki? Raiko. I mean, Mother. Oh, so kriegt man sie. Yes. Oh, where did that come from, Kintoki? You haven't got me Mother in ages. And in front of strangers, no less. Nice one, Kintoki. Ich wusste das, klar. Mother, these two are new friends of mine. Also, I was hoping to ask you about the young girl who let us in. Is she a child of one of our warriors? Oh my goodness, is that true, Kintoki? Oh, as for the girl, so she went outside and on again, and after I told her how dangerous it was right now too. Oh goodness, whatever I'm going to do with her. Oh, but she's safely back inside now, yes, thank goodness. Oh, Kintoki, you're such a good boy, getting her back inside. I knew I raised you right, and just look how big and strong you've grown too. In fact, I think you have gotten even bigger since you ran away. Just look at your arms. These are strong Genji arms, if I've ever seen one of them. This may just call for another coming-of-age ceremony. Hey, come on, Mother, that's just crazy talk. Besides, I haven't changed at all. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I left, right? Also, what the hell are Genji arms? Children, they grow up so fast. Now, Kintoki, you were so small and adorable when you were a child, and now you've grown up so big and strong. You know, you were just about the same size then as she is now. This is so touching. It won't be long now before you're the one carrying me on your back. In fact, why don't you do some training right now? Go on, Kintoki, carry Mother on your back. Go on, go on! Komm, mach. Komm, das machst Kintoki. No, who are those people? Again? I already told you, Mother, they are my friends. It's not like I've just been sleeping out in the streets. My friends and I have been doing all sorts of things. And nothing to be ashamed about either. In fact, it's a total opposite. We've been running around trying to stop an evil plot that threatens our... Uh-oh. Huh? Friends? Did you say these people are your friends? Sure did. Even though one of them is a woman? Ich dachte mir sogar, verdammt, sieht sie, dass wir irgendwie im Master sind? Sieht sie, dass wir irgendwie Magie sind? Sieht sie, dass da so... Sie ist ein Mädchen. Sie ist eine Frau. Was hast du mit ihr angestellt? We really are just friends, I promise. I see. Well, that's a relief. So then, what that would mean? Oh my, I cannot believe it. Kintoki, this is the first time you ever brought friends. Das ist so geil, Mann. Leute, Mann, ihr müsst euch ja Kintoki verstehen. Der Typ ist 2 Meter groß, wiegt wahrscheinlich 150 Pfund, besteht nur aus Muskeln, kann wahrscheinlich ein Haus mit einem Finger heben. Und dann so, Kintoki, endlich hast du Freunde gefunden. Das ist ja nie. Kintoki, hast du mit dem Mädchen rumgemacht? Kintoki, wenn du das getan hast, dann gibt's Ärger. Oh my, really? Raiko, I mean, Mother, that's... Oh my. Oh goodness, I can't stop smiling. Well, this is just delightful. Thanks so much for coming. Please, right this way. Make yourself at home. Would you like some sweet imported from Hakata? Oh, or perhaps would prefer peaches or pears? Please, by all means. Stay and relax for the rest of the day. Oh, this is wonderful. You simply must tell me all about what Kintoki is like as a friend. Oh yes, you'll stay for dinner, won't you? Yes, ma'am. Oh, perfect. Hope you brought your appetite. I cooked so many delicious things. You want to know what to eat first. Und es ist immer noch so, wenn wir einen Fehler machen, hackt sie uns in 3 Teile. Das ist nämlich der Unterschied. Ich meine, Murasaki ist auch so schüchtern und so Ding und kann... Aber Leute, was mir an ihr so halt so gut gefällt, ist ja dann einfach der Bein doch scharf. Sowas liebe ich, liebe Leute, Mann. Ach, Raiko, Mann. Sehr gut. Okay. Kintoki, hast du mit dieser Frau rumgemacht? Hast du sie angefasst? Hast du sie angeschaut? Nun gut. Liebe Leute, an dieser Stelle machen wir jetzt erstmal kleinen Cut. Beim nächsten Mal geht's weiter mit Heiyan-kyo. Und dann schauen wir uns die Mama noch so mit uns fort. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Ciao.